So let's continue. After we are familiar with the derivation or the geometry of the components of the Mach number for the shockwave, oblique shockwave to be specific, let us derive the necessary equations using trigonometry. So for starters, we need to identify the following variables. So it's either the velocity or the Mach number, its normal and tangential components, as well as these two, pinaka-important, the shockwave angle, beta, and the deflection angle, theta. Now, for the upstream component of velocity and Mach number, in most cases, Mach number yung concern natin dito. Let's start with this triangle muna. So as you can see, meron tayong velocity normal here and yung ating reference. So in most cases, it's the normal Mach number and the Mach number. Ito yung given. So ang target natin is makuha si normal Mach number since ito yung kailangan natin para makalampas tayo dito. So we need that straight line. So anong gagawin natin dito? So we have the angle beta for triangle. Directly opposite niya is si normal Mach number. And ang katabi niya, which is ang hypotenuse, is the Mach number, M1. So, dahil ito ay opposite and meron kang hypotenuse, this is simply which is sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now, hindi naman sine or theta yung ginagamit natin for this convention. As stated before, what we need is the angle beta. So, yan yung reference natin ngayon. So, we have sine beta is equal to the opposite, which is the normal Mach number. And the reference natin is M1. Since M normal ang kailangan natin, we just need to rearrange this algebraically. Moving this here, we have the first formula. In order to get the normal Mach number, we need the formula M1 sine beta. Again, beta is the Mach number. Or not, sorry, not Mach number, but the wave angle, the shock wave angle. Moving forward, doon naman tayo sa downstream component ng velocity and ng Mach number. So, given this triangle, and we have this angle, which is, bakit ito yung kailangan nating angle? Conveniently, it is opposite of the MN2, which is normal, and meron tayong hypotenuse. So, by doing so, dahil ito ang kukunin nating angle, and hindi ito, hindi tayo magpapalit ng formula. Ang papalitan lang natin is yung ating angle. So, we have the formula MN2 is equal to M2 sine angle, which is the angle is beta minus theta. Make sure na tama yung pag-input nyo sa calculator kasi kung hindi, and you were to accidentally put it as sine beta minus theta, ang babasahin ng calculator, ito lang siya. So make sure na included yung parenthesis. Okay? So next, after we get the MN1 and the MN2, we will proceed with M2. So bakit, ano nga ba ulit yung thought process with that? Meron tayong given na M1. Pero hindi ka makakalampas dito kasi nakatabingi. Diba? Nakatabingi yung shockwave. So anong gagawin mo? I-convert mo muna siya into, or kunin mo yung normal component. I-disregard mo muna si losses. Then after nun, dahil ito ay straight line, pwede kang tumagos na parang normal shockwave. After that, saka mo siya, ito, yung MN2, i-convert mo into its M2. So, ano nangyayari? From M1 to MN1 to MN2 to M2. So, the formula for the normal shockwave is given as this. Paulit-ulit natin ito na-discuss. So, ano yung kailangan natin ngayon? We need to replace it by this one. So, tandaan, palitan natin, ito muna. So, since ang formula nito ay M2, at yung kabila naman ay M1, so palitan mo lahat ng M2 by its normal component, and sa M1 is yung normal niya. Take note na ito ay, para makuha, kailangan mo na Mn1 is equal M1 sin beta, and yung Mn2 is, yun na yung hinahanap mo. So, again, dito, from Mn1, tatawid ka na ng normal M. So, after nun, we have the normal M. It is given as for the oblique shock wave, Mn2 is equal to M2 sin beta minus theta. Ito, na-compute mo na from here. Ito na yung hinahanap natin, M2. Ito ang end goal. Because M2 is the downstream Mach number. So, from here, i-rearrange lang natin revolving around M2. Or simply, you can shift solve. But what's the purpose of understanding it algebraically? So that you can manipulate the variables nakadepende sa question. Kasi yung mga question naman sa magiging exam ninyo is not plug and play. So, by knowing how the formula works, you can understand the questions and the equations better at hindi ka lang malilimit sa isang klaseng tanong lang. So, remember that Mn2 is equal to M2 sin beta minus theta. And ito yung kasunod nating formula to finally get from M1, which is here, up to M2. So, yun yung gusto nating mangyari. Pero bago ka makarating dyan, dahil nakatabingi, dadaan ka muna dito. So, next, once we identify what is the M1 and M2, we need to get the density ratio first. From the normal shockwave equation, it is given as this. Please refer to the lecture 5 para sa derivation yan or memorization. And for oblique shockwave, similar with the Mach number, we need to replace this with the normal components. So, palitan mo lang si Mn1. Then, tandaan, hindi to diretso. Papalitan mo pa to. Kailangan mong isolve to from here. So, 2 steps lang naman siya instead of memorizing a new formula. Nagdagdag lang tayo ng steps. So, makukuha mo na si density ratio. How about velocity ratio, which is simply the reciprocal? Similar situation, you need to get the normal component. You need to substitute the normal component lang. Then, next is our pressure ratio, which again, you need to substitute the normal component. And you have completed the density, velocity, and pressure components. Since temperature is equal to simply the pressure ratio times the velocity ratio, i-multiply mo lang, you get the temperature ratio using the equation of state. However, if sigurista ka, you can also use the formula for Rankine-Huginayo. Except, ayoko nito because you need to compute this entirely on its own again. Pero dito kasi, meron ka ng pressure and meron ka ng velocity. So, hindi ka na need ng additional step. Imumultiply mo na lang sila. Given na tama sila. So, ngayon, kung gusto mong maging sigurado, pwede mong gamitin to. So, make sure lang din na papalitan siya similar with the previous ones. Tandaan, pag OSW, the M1s should be replaced with the MN1s. Tapos ito, isosolve mo na using this. So ngayon, ano yung reason for that? The fluid element kasi is adiabatically slowed down to zero velocity. So the total temperature is equal in both regions. So region 1, region 2, they are equal. So itong ratio na to, magiging equal lang yan. But how about the total pressure across the oblique shock? So, anong gagawin natin dito? For the total pressure across the oblique shock, magkaiba lang naman sila. But the formula is in itself parehas lang. This is from the isentropic relations. So, nothing new. This is something new. the deflection angle theta. If you look closely or inspect the equation, the deflection angle is a function of the shock wave and the Mach number. So habang bumibilis ka, or kapag bumibilis ka, may changes sa Mach mo, at meron ding changes sa shock wave angle mo, etong changes na to ay directly related sa deflection mo, which is true. Yung deflection angle mo, which is yung theta, mag-a-identify siya kung hanggang saan yung extent ng shockwave mo. At syempre, ganun din yung i-allow niya depende sa bilis mo. So, it makes perfect sense. Now, if you look closely, ito ay given. So, ito ay shift solve. You need to shift solve this one. Which allowable yon. Ngayon, medyo matagal tong i-compute. So, anong gagawin natin? You need to divide this into segments. You can compute this segment A, segment B, and segment C. So, compute mo yan, hiwa-hiwalay, then ang gawin mo, A times B over C. That's one possibility. Now, if you were to shift solve this one, make sure that itatanong sa inyo ng calculator x equals what? In normal cases, ini-equal lang yan or 0. But when solving for deflection angle, x should be equal to 0.01, 0.03, 0.05, 0.1, 0.3, or 0.5. Any of those. It should be a decimal less than 1 and is an odd number. So, ito yung pwede nyong gamitin. So, approximations yan. Nakukuha? Ang gusto kasi nating makuha ay beta. Because beta is the shock wave angle. Ito yon. Deflection angle is given yan. So, ito yung solving process. Tinatanong ka, given ba yung wave angle beta? If no, then you need to compute for the wave angle beta through shift solve. Ngayon, if na-compute mo na siya, you can use the beta to get the normal as well as the given M1. Ngayon, if yes naman given, sige, diretso ka na. Ngayon, pag na-solve mo na si normal, pwede mo nang ma-solve si M2. Ito, shortcut na siya. So, paano pa yung dapat mangyayari dito? So, from MN1, you will transfer to MN2 before yung MN2 magta-transfer to M2, which is ito. So, nakukuha. Ang end product natin is the M2. Remember the MBPT from the normal shockwave? Hindi siya nagbago. So, let's inspect this one. I-check nyo, 1 and 1. O, kuha tayo random. Ito, 1 and 1. O, dito, 1 and 1. Parehas na parehas silang dalawa. Ano lang pinagkaiba? For normal shockwave, which is NSW, you use DM1 directly. But for the OSW, you will use MN1. And si MN1 is from M1. May additional steps lang because nakatagilid siya. Hindi siya pantay. Kuha? So, that's it for the solving process. And we have, in fact, practice problems with this. So, i-explain ko din doon. But for now, let's move on to the next topic.